your auntie. You can ask anybody, cause I'm being about it, read about it, tweet about it, that's cheap.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Cameron Thomas.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Grady Dick is out there with Mitchell, and it's Pirtle in at the center position. And for the Nets, the guard pair, Schroeder and Thomas. Nicholas Claxton out there with Wilson, and it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. RJ, kind of a lopsided matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Off target from outside. Thomas against Pirtle. Pass to Dick. Here's the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Wilson the pass to Thomas. Schroeder outside. Nets passing it around. Just 4 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And shot on the way. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Mitchell in the corner. The tray. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Nets still looking like they're getting going. 6-point game. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look.
Good! Another from 3.
And his flame throwing continues. He's having a season for the ages.
And he's approaching the 4th most three-point makes in a season. Wilson against Barnes. Wilson the pass to Claxton to stop the run, and it's good on the way in.
Well, it took them 5 tries, but they showed they could make a basket, I guess.
Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Wizards in Washington. And here's Barnes for 3, and again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. So we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling you guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Dick. The 3. Hangs on the trifecta. Dick's got his second basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Everyone, I needed to get loud in here for your Brooklyn.
And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. Taking a look at New York, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I feel like Toronto, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Wilson. A 3-ball. Toronto grabs the miss. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Carter passes to Thomas. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Outside Wilson. Pass to Claxton. 4 on the shot clock. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Puts up a 3. And there's Dick. That's good on the assist by Barnes. That's 12 points for Grady Dick. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 14. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And Bogdanovich kicks to Wilson. Over Barnes. Outside for Thomas. There's the triple. And Pirtle pulls it down. Raptors leading by 16. Barrett finds Pirtle. Back to Barrett. The 3 from Barnes. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Raptors up 19. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Kelly Olynyk. Scotty Barnes is out there with Brown. And it's Abaji in at the 3 spot. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
To the wing right side, fires the 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Toronto making a change here. Walters checked in.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, number 14, Jacoby Walter.
Simmons looking it over. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Abaji. Here's Walter. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Please give a big round of applause for your next youth team.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Huerter. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Raptors. Mitchell comes in for Walter. Here's Simmons. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Shoots a fader, and that's good off the glass that time. Simmons got his second bucket.
And every jumper Simmons makes gives the defense more to think about. That's a nice shot.
Poeltl dishes to Barnes. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the three ball. Barnes has got 9.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And he's a cold-blooded competitor. Bogdanovich knew he had to answer right back with the triple.
Toronto working the ball around now. And here's Brown outside. And again, Toronto with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Outside Thomas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And Simmons kicks to Bogdanovich. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
So often Simmons is the one making the pass. This time, he's on the finishing end.
Barnes against Bogdanovich. Pass to Barnes for 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Barnes has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Raptors. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Now Claxton. 8 points his last outing. Thomas with it. He's covered by Brown. With some arc. And Poeltl pulls it down. Toronto, they've gone a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Sutton on the drive. Thomas just takes off.
The Raptors have gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. And that one's good, Barnes.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Bogdanovich. There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Over to the wing, and a wide-open look for Claxton. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Got that one up quick. Brown's got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Outside Thomas. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Claxton the pass to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Thomas. And a miss there on the triple. Fires from way outside.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And so it's Toronto way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, so close, yet so far. Fans, let's hear it for our contestants. Well done.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Toronto Raptors.
I've got to admit, even when these guys are covered, they make the shots.
Yeah, you like to say close out on the shooters, make them earn their points aside. But even if that were tried, I don't think it would play out that way.
Okay, let's take a moment now to celebrate our Players of the Week. The Eastern Conference winner, Emmanuel Quickley.
I've been really impressed watching him. I mean, he's facilitating this offense, making plays for his teammates and for himself.
Yeah, he's been the best player on the floor most nights. Really has.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Scotty Barnes.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And so here's Toronto. The guard pair, Schroeder and Thomas. Bogdanovich out there with Wilson, and it's Claxton in at the center filling out the middle. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Sinks the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Dick. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. And for the Nets, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Bogdanovich against Barrett, and Bogdanovich kicks it over to Schroeder. He's off on that one. Good D by Mitchell.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Toronto working the ball around now. Dick. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Claxton. Claxton a screen on Barrett. Bogdanovich, no luck. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Barrett for three. Connects again from distance.
Now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter. Bogdanovich wide open. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Toronto, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Buries it from three-point range. Mitchell's got 11 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Barrett kicks to Barnes. For three, Mitchell. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 6 assists now in the game. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Schroeder. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in this game. Dick wide open. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Nobody near Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Dick. Again, Toronto.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Offside Thomas. Pass to Bogdanovich. To end the run. And he hits the jump shot. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, I love how adept Bogdanovich is in these sets. Fantastic at just getting space to shoot in that pick and roll.
Drains the three-pointer.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Outside Wilson. Pass to Bogdanovich. Nailed from three-point land. Bogdanovich has got 11 points.
And you know what? He's shaken off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Bogdanovich has gone 4 of 8 from the field. Barnes dishes to Pirtle. Dick with it. Back to Mitchell. Fires away from way outside. Dick can't get it to go. Thomas gets a wide open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Mitchell finds Dick. And here's Barnes for 3. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Short corner, but not an easy corner. Barnes knocking that one down.
Goes up to the stripe. Thomas, no good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth, we've got Chris Boucher on out there with Garrett Temple. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Agbaji in at the three.
It's nice to have moves like that in your back pocket. Simmons showing off his handles.
To the left wing, Temple the pass to Agbaji. Hits it from three-point range.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here. Another miss from him, struggling to find his rhythm.
And the Raptors with the ball. Pass to Brown. From the arc. And the Raptors hit again from deep. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Covington. Inside, here's Simmons. Banked in off the glass.
At 6'10", Simmons knows he has the height needed to score inside. He just has to finish strong.
Here's Fernando. From downtown, drops in the tray. Fernando's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
It's Thomas outside. Good on the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
The Raptors have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Stolen away. Now here's Herter. He's tightly guarded. Simmons on the wing. Covington kicks to Herter. Here's Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
When it all clicks, you see why Simmons was the #1 overall pick.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Brown. Launches a three. Temple can't get it to go. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Brooklyn. And Boucher sends it back. Here's Agbaji from deep three-point land. They get the rebound. Toronto working the ball around now. The kick out to Brown. Lets it go with a three. Sinks the triple. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Here's Temple. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And Simmons slams it in.
You see the athleticism that Simmons possesses. Excellent job at just knifing his way through those small spaces.
In the corner, it's Temple. Beyond the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Scotty Barnes.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Fires the three, connects from three-point range.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And here's Schroeder. And they get it. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Brown. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Fires from deep. And again, Toronto with the triple.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins, they're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Scotty Barnes.